if you want to do 12 deals in the next 12 months to restart your business or activate your business as a brand new agent, I wrote down. Hey, welcome to the Tom Ferry Show, live in the car with Coach Eileen Rivera while in Vancouver. So today, we want to address a topic that I have been getting so much on Instagram. Tom, I'm new. Tom, I'm restarting my business. How do I find my first 12 transactions? So today, Coach Eileen and I are going to give you 6 different strategies that you can implement. Now, are you going to do all 6? Probably not. You're going to find the 2 or 3 that are right for you and right for your market. But the end result is I'm looking for a note, a video, an email, something on social, at least in the next 12 months from now, saying, Tom, Eileen, I took that advice and I sold 12 houses. So the first one I'm going to tell you is pretty obvious, right? I get so many people asking me on Instagram all the time, I'm brand new, I'm going into real estate, I'm a year in, I feel like I've just been flailing. The answer is build and activate your sphere, right? The people that already know, like, and trust you, and then more importantly, start getting them associated with you as a real estate professional. Now, if you're a veteran, you know you've already done that, but maybe, just maybe, you missed that activate them on knowing that you're the real estate professional. So what's my simple advice? You could go old school and send them a personal note with a business card, letting them know the story as to why you got into real estate. Like you and I both know, it's all about stories, right? Real estate agents, like loan officers, and hey, coaches, guess what? We're a commodity. There's a lot of them out there. So you gotta have a story that resonates with your tribe. So if you're just getting started in real estate, what if you shared the real reason you got in the business? Now, we were joking about it earlier. You might not want to say, well, you know, I raised my kids and I just want to make a ton of dough, right? Well, I guess that might resonate for some people, but the reality is there's got to be a more emotional backstory. So why did you really get into business? Was there a painful real estate experience in your life? Are you a brat of the military and you moved around 12 times as a kid and you know the hardship of that? Are you my buddy Andy Dane Carter? Your mom was moving from apartment to apartment and all you wanted to get was the security of home ownership. The story will find your tribe and it will cause people to associate positively with you as an agent. So my simple thought is writing them all a handwritten note, putting it inside like maybe a business card. But come on, it's 2019. What would be even better? You do it live on video. You grab your phone, you do your BombBomb account, you do your iPhone, whatever you want to do, and you do actual personal video messages. Hey Eileen, Tom Ferry, haven't seen you in a while. Guess what? I followed my passion, I've gone into real estate. You know my backstory. When my parents got separated, we ended up living in an apartment, and I just said to myself, what would mean more than anything else? It's helping people find their dream home and maybe moving up to the next one. So I've made my commitment to the real estate industry, and I just want to know if you or anyone you know has had any thoughts of buying, selling, or renting. Got to pay attention to renting right now, especially if you're activating, renting in the next 12 to 18 months. You shoot that video, you send it off to them, you send that handwritten note, and if you send the handwritten note, by all means, follow up with a call, follow up with an email, make sure you connect with them. So that's my first one. Eileen, what do you got?
Okay, so I know as someone who's still practicing real estate that you will absolutely get a deal from what Tom just told you to do. So first of all, do it. Secondly, I want you to find another deal around every one that you do. So when you do that one, whether you're working with the seller or more likely the buyer, host a happy hour out on the front lawn. If it's a condo, do it in the in the rec room, but host a happy hour to introduce the community to your clients. Now you're adding to your sphere of influence. You're adding to your database. Once you host that cocktail party, that happy hour, same thing. Follow up with notes. Follow up with thank yous. Thank those people for coming out. Get photos of your client with their new neighbors in their new home. Leverage that through social. Leverage that into deeper relationships. Again, take that one and make it 2.
Absolutely. So I agree with that 1000%. And what I love is do it at the rec center, do it in the front yard. So it's like FOMO. Everybody in the neighborhood's like, wait a minute, we got invited out. Honey, we should go check out the party. What's going on? Let's go meet the new neighbors.
And it feels so authentic. It's
Yes.
like you're one with the community
Yes.
instead of whatever, the veteran realtor is doing, if they're doing anything.
Oh, the veteran realtor is going to hate the one that I'm going to share right now. So you ready? Number 3, if you want to do 12 deals in the next 12 months to restart your business or activate your business as a brand new agent, I wrote down the next sale that happens in your office, right? The next sale that happens in your office or anywhere, any broker that does the deal, I want you to send out a hand-addressed, hand-stamped note, right, to 50 to 100 people around that recent sale with a simple note like this. Hey, your neighbor's home on blank street, right? Don't give the address, just say on street, just sold, and we've got a few more qualified buyers looking right now on your street. If you've had any thoughts of selling now or in the next 12 to 18 months, by all means, reach out. We'd love to show our buyers to your property. Now, the magic buyer letter has been around for ages, and it was funny even in this conference we just did, talking to Paul, who's a 700 deal a year guy, who said in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, said, oh yeah, we finally did that magic buyer letter. We sent out 50 and got like 2 come list me calls. Yep. So it's an easy thing that you can do. Yes, old school, licking and sticking, handwritten notes, and you'll absolutely crush it. What's number 4?
Love it. Number 4, I'm noticing everything that we're talking about is identifying a target, right?
Yes.
It's like work on your aim, which are your skills, and be clear with what the target is. Another target that exists right now are those people that were wise enough or lucky enough to buy real estate, I would say in the States, 2009 to 2012,
Yep,
do you think?
Absolutely. You could even go back and say 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right?
Okay,
Yep.
all right. So we are identifying those people and affirming their great strategic decision. They may think they were just lucky. Bottom line is they made a phenomenal investment. We reach out to those folks and say, you made a great investment and a great decision in 2010. Is it time for your next great decision? Is it time to buy up? Is it time to buy down?
Yep.
What is this next? A decade represents a cycle in a person's life.
Yes.
You're different at 30 than you are at 40, than you are at 50, than you are at 60. It's been 10 years. Take advantage of the opportunity to work with those people and help them in their next move.
You know what I love about that, and kind of just a little bonus thought. My old client, Christina Martinez from San Jose, who was number 1 and then number 2 in the world for Century 21. What she focused on was finding people that didn't want to sell and presented a great case and opportunity as to why they should. Think about what I just said.
Wow.
She didn't call people saying, hey, have you had any thoughts of selling? She'd call and say, Eileen, Gary, congratulations, you guys bought that house in 2009. You've got basically 55 to 60, maybe 70% equity in the property now. I was thinking the next move for you is to sell the house, buy new construction that's going to get you greater appreciation, and then go buy a duplex or a fourplex so you guys can start creating some worth and really think about your retirement. Well, long story short, every client for her became 1 client, 3 transactions. She basically got a bunch of people that weren't thinking about selling to think about the opportunity of creating wealth through real estate. So that's not even my point. Here's my point. Number 5. You ready? This is really only for the gamers, and I've given this assignment recently to, I'll just say big shout out to Liz, aka @Novello on Instagram. Super amazing individual. She's like, Tom, I'm getting new in real estate. What do you recommend that I do? And I said, look, if you really want to kill it, like if your ambition is really strong, my simple advice to you is do the one thing that the vast majority of people would never do, and that is call every for sale by owner in your market and every expired listing in your market. And I'm going to give you one of 2 thoughts. You can either take the approach of, I'm going to call every one of these people and use it as a learning lesson. I want to know, why did they go for sale by owner? Why did they try this? Were they burned in the past? What was it? And I'm going to analyze data. I'm going to hang up from every call and I'm going to write down, what did they say? The same exact thing with the expired listings, right? So if you're a brand new agent and you were to call 70 or 80 or expired listings and talk to 20 or 30 for sale by owners, could you imagine the next time you're at a social event and your friends are like, how's the market? You'd say, you know, it's funny that you ask. Even though sales are up 14% year over year, I reached out to 73 people that tried to put their home on the market and it didn't sell. And I've discovered that there was basically only 3 complaints every seller had, and there was 5 key factors that caused the home not to sell. Are you curious? Well, anybody in their right mind is going to want the secret, the inside scoop, the behind the scenes story, and the same thing for the sale by owner. But on the flip side, you might say, Tom, I don't want to do any research. I want to get paid. I want to help somebody. I want to do a deal. Then my response is, you call every single one of them, and you're willing to knock on their door if that makes sense. And then you're calling to say, look, I'm calling to see, just, hi, Tom Ferry, Banana Real Estate. I'm calling to see when you plan to interview the right agent for the job of getting your home sold. Cut through all the noise. Cut through all the BS. Everybody else is calling people and saying, I'm number one, and I'm this, and I'm that. You might just get someone that says, honey, we've just been talking about this. This guy sounds pretty good. The law of the numbers say you're going to win. The law of averages, right? But on the flip side, you can also say, look, if my company could sell your home the next 30 to 45 days, right, and get you a price that you'd be happy with, would it be worth just 15 minutes of your time for me to sit down and show you how we do what we do? Now, if you're a brand new agent, would it make sense to grab a veteran inside your office or your manager and say, I've got a pitch, I'm totally petrified, I don't know what to do, would you come with me? We'll split it 50-50 if we get it. I'll do all the work, right? You get half the money, just come with me on this pitch. Joe Babajan from Los Angeles, one of the greatest real estate agents on the planet, made his fortune selling real estate, basically letting everybody know, if you had a deal and you were close, bring me in, we'll split it 50-50, right? It was brilliant. So think about it. If you really want to become good in this business, you got to ask yourself, how am I going to solve problems for more people? And the people that have problems already raised their hand, right? They tried to sell and it didn't work out, an expired listing. Have empathy for them. Or the for sale by owner who maybe it's just a DIY person, or maybe they were a real estate agent in 1978 and thought they could do it again on themselves. But the numbers show with for sale by owners from FSBO.com that on the 61st day, they would call whatever FSBO site they were on and they'd say, it's not working. Can you recommend a real estate agent? So just think about that as you're going out there to find your next 12 deals. Eileen, you want to wrap it up with number 6?
Okay, so the last one is a spin on the letter. So we talked about calling, Tom talked about the letter. Go out and knock around any listing that goes pending quickly.
Yes.
And talk about, at what price are you a seller? Because it lowers the resistance.
Yes.
And be really comfortable, like joking with people and comfortable with yourself. Okay, people will tell us all the time, will tell my team, well, we're not thinking about selling. I completely understand that. I love the house. I'm glad
totally
you're happy
you
here in the
neighborhood.
But everyone I meet, I ask them this question because I have to tell you, my house is probably worth X, and if somebody offered me twice as much, I'd suddenly become a seller. So I'm just curious, what's that number for you?
Yeah. At
And
what
as
price
soon as
would
you
become a
diffuse,
seller?
and then your follow-up wants to be, okay, so Mary, I absolutely believe you that you have no interest in selling right now, but here's the other thing I know. You know someone right around here that's thinking about it. Who should I go introduce myself to? Once you build a rapport, once you bring the wall down, they become your advocates in the first 5 minutes. So invest the time, be real, do your homework, and ask the questions. Who do you know? Who do you know right around here? And again, don't resist. Look around as you're saying that.
I love that you actually did this.
Right.
Like who do you know in the neighborhood?
Yep. And then everything we just told you, do it over and over and over again. And I put money on that you're going to do more than 12 your first year.
I agree 100%. So we've got people like Jeremy Katie, who's probably watching this video, who you probably saw on a Tom Ferry show. He and Ann Schreiber. Ann is just, phenomenally successful. Jeremy did like 60 plus transactions his first year in the business. Look, whether you're a veteran and you're reactivating your business or you're a brand new agent, this is your time. The market needs good people like you to go out and go the extra mile, do the little things that nobody else is willing to do to serve the customer and help them achieve their dreams. So thank you so much for watching. Can't wait to see your comments below. Follow Eileen on Instagram and everything else. Eileen Rivera, at Eileen, just search her, you'll find her. She's Queen of Long Beach.
I'm everywhere.
Yes, and thank you so much for watching, and share this with a friend or two that might need to see this video. See you guys soon.